All right, here's a walk around to the paint job. Pardon the wind, that is Hurricane Lee, that is offshore of Long Island this weekend. It's good, not great. It's definitely, I think, like a Maaco paint job, because it looks like they just shot over whatever was here, like kind of like a scuff and shoot, because you'll see little spots like this. Like this probably should have been sanded down and like body filled, but they just painted right over it. The quality of the paint's really good. There's like factory orange peel on it, which I could probably buff out if I cared. Same thing here. It looks like there was some scuffs that just got painted right over, which again is fine with me for what the car is. Like, I don't care. But this is probably like one of the worst spots I've noticed. The rest is all pretty good. It's really dirty from being in the guy's shop and also just being on the road for a week. So ignore the dirt, that will wash off. There are some weird things, like there's a huge bubble in the paint right here. You can kind of see, like it's a little flexible. I don't know what to do about that. I'm almost afraid to even hit that with, you know, a towel or a buffer. Definitely not a buffer. So there's a couple of those weird little bubbles. There's another one here. I'm gonna Google how to handle this. I thought Chris Fix had a thing where you can like poke it with a syringe and inject it with like an adhesive, and it'll set it back down. But that's probably the worst two ones on this left front fender. Other than that, same thing. Like it's definitely just like a scuff and shoot. Like you notice, and again, no one will notice this from 5 feet away. That's why I said it's like a 5-foot car. But you can see some runs inside the door cups. Trying to think what else I had noticed. Like probably more so on the back tailgate. I'll show you in a second. Like there's a little run on the door here. Again, like I'm really nitpicking this. You almost can't see it. But right there, little run in the paint. There's a little bubble like that. They're almost like little air bubbles under the paint. So there's a couple of them here and there. I don't think they're that big of a deal, but again, scuff and shoot. So like little things like this, like there's a rubber gasket that goes over this fender. They just didn't remove it, didn't mask it. They just painted the rubber. So some of that is like chipping and flaking off. Pardon the trunk. This is doubling as a as like a workbench right now. Oh, but in here, this is kind of the main thing, is like they didn't pull any of the taillights out. They must have just masked them. So like this part is black rubber, and then as you come on the inside, this has all been painted body color, and this is all part of the taillight housing. So like this should be black plastic. Same thing here, like they painted the weather strip. So if you flex it, if you lean on it, like these little chips of clear coat and paint come right off it. So yeah, not the best job in the world. It definitely came in through here. Like you can see the weather stripping's like shiny. There's a little bit of overspray on this interior panel. So probably just where it didn't seal, it doesn't seal like perfectly. Other than that, the paint job's, you know, it is what it is. It's a reshoot, like I said. Same thing here. You can see there's a rubber gasket here that's been painted, so it starts to chip. So it makes the edges look a little rough in those areas. But again, because of the split tailgate, this spot you actually never see, because once that's down, you don't see it. But same thing, like they masked around the windows. You can kind of see where they probably let the masking tape come down a little too far. But nothing like crazy. Like if I had brought this truck to Maaco, painted it, and it came back like this, I'd be happy with the job. Like it's fine. Same thing I think I pointed out to you guys the night it came. It was hard to see, but like they didn't mask off the wheel wells. So the frame, at least on the outside right here, is body color. So is part of the fender well. It's bad lighting, but you can kind of see the spray line right here. Again, these are simple things. Like at some point I'll pull the tires off, and I have a full set of undercoating, like 6 or 7 cans of undercoating. So I'll hit all this properly with the black undercoating it should have from the factory. Same thing, like the control arms got hit with paint, so it actually doesn't look bad, but those obviously should be black. But there's no real rust spots anywhere. There's no like rot anywhere. Like it is super clean on the inside. Again, I have the dash apart because I'm still doing some stuff with the backup cameras and the stereo stuff. But overall, I mean, it's really, really good. I'm super happy with it. Like, I don't think if I decided to sell this car tomorrow, I don't think I'd lose a dime on it. I'd probably even make a little bit of money compared to what I paid. But yeah, I think with a proper wash, a buff, a wax, and probably ceramic coat it should look really good. But that's the walk around of the new truck. Yeah, no, as far as the exterior, there's not too much to fix on the outside. There's really nothing wrong on the outside. Again, another oddball thing, just because I think they didn't want to strip the whole car to paint it. Another oddball thing they did was they left the roof rack on when they painted it. So the roof rack is also body color, which it shouldn't be. That should be black or silver, I think. Probably black. But I'm probably going to put a roof basket on it like I have on my 4Runner. Just because it's easier for me to stick like fishing rods up there and stuff when we're out fishing. So you really won't notice the roof rack color because it'll kind of have a huge basket sitting on top of it. So, but that's pretty much the walk around. There's just some stains from leaving it outside and going on its trip and cleaning out these window channels. So this window would push closed, but it wouldn't latch. And it turns out there was so much dirt and debris inside the tracks, it was actually stopping the window from catching the latch. So I spent about an hour like just washing all of this scum out of here. You can see a lot of it came up again when it started raining. But at least now the windows close and they latch, so the truck is able to be locked at night. That's pretty much it. It's got 33-inch Mickey Thompson Baja Boss tires. I've never had these. I've never even heard of them. I did look them up. They're pretty expensive tires. And then it has VTX off-road rims that are 17s. So these things look super cool. They just need a good cleaning and probably ceramic coating as well. And then it's got a Old Man Emu lift kit, which has never seen the road yet. Sergio put this on during the few months he had the truck. So I know from the Doug DeMuro, what do you call it, Cars and Bids, it did not have that lift kit on it when it was on the website. So this is all from California. And I mean, it's pretty immaculate under here to begin with. The good thing is the knuckles are not leaking. Dirty but not leaking, so that's good. That's a big job that I do not have to tackle right now. That one looks like it could be starting to go. Something to just keep an eye on, but yeah, other than that, it's really clean under here. Really clean. Yeah, so there's a good tour of the 91 Toyota Land Cruiser FJ80.